Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Culinary Composition with me, your host, Chef JC. Tonight, we're going to do something pretty cool. It's a little on the simple side, but I like it because what I do is I take chicken cutlets and I prepare them restaurant style, and then based on the fact that they're set up that way, I can put any sort of sauce I want to it. I could do a franchise, I could do a marsala, I can pretty much do anything that I choose once this chicken is completed. Now, how I work it is basically you got a very large skillet, as you can see. I got olive oil heating up to its highest temperature. And on this side, I took chicken breast and I sort of butterflied it and cut it down so that it was small, and then I pounded it flat so it would be thinner and it would cook a little bit quicker. Then over here I have my breading station, and I turned the flour into a seasoned flour so it has nice flavor to it, and then the egg. Now, how it works basically is you take the chicken, you flour it down nice. Okay? Don't have to get crazy, just coat it nicely. Because again, this is another situation where the flour will help the egg adhere, and the egg is actually the coating that goes around the chicken, which looks fantastic when it comes out of the skillet itself. Okay. Usually start off with about 5 or 6 pieces. You don't have to be perfect. You know, I always say about cooking, perfection is not what you're striving for. You're striving for progress. You're trying as hard as you can to make it the best that you can and as healthy and as delicious as possible. I mean, those are the key elements as far as visually. It's important. I mean, we do eat with our eyes and stuff like that, but ultimately, in my opinion, you eat with your palate, and if it tastes good, even though it doesn't look so spectacular like 5-star quality, it still looks decent, then it's good enough, in my opinion. Everybody's different, I guess. Okay, now, I have the chicken in the egg wash. Very simple. As I told you, I have that pan heating up behind me, and I want it to smoke a little bit so I know that it's at the proper temperature. Now, it's going to be hard to do this with one hand, but I'll try my best here. Okay, we got the smoking going on. What we're trying to do is just lay it out even, so the chicken heats evenly and flat like that. I know this is not the best film job in the world, but it's going to cook very quickly, so be prepared to turn them quick. Alright. Now we started off with about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Okay. Now, one of the most important things about this particular technique is that you don't touch it. Don't move it around. Let the actual heat and the oil in the pan do its job. Most people make the mistake of immediately getting in there with a pair of tongs or a spatula or something like that. Just let it cook. Leave it alone. Okay? Alright. Now I want you to see what it looks like after being cooking for about maybe 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay? Keep moving that oil around. That helps an awful lot. If I give this pan a shake, it should make the chicken move on its own without having to pry it up or anything like that, okay? See how it's moving? The chicken is moving freely on its own, which means that that side of the chicken that's down into the oil has been cooked already. So all I need to do is grab a pair of tongs, get up under it, and flip it. Okay? See the golden brown color, how beautiful? I love cooking chicken this way. Like I said, you can turn it into anything. You can make marsala, you can make franchise, you can hit it with a Chardonnay cream sauce I like to do sometimes. I mean, it's just incredible how brown and golden and beautiful it is. Now, usually what happens is if we're cooking on the other side, I'll turn back around and I will go right for the other chicken that's waiting to be dredged in the flour. And then I'm going to soak it in the egg like I do with the last batch. And I go through batches, 4 or 5 at a time, sometimes 6, depending on how big and small they are or whatever. But I know when I'm ready to pull that chicken out that this chicken is ready to go. And that's how you do it until you get through all the chicken. All right, come back on episode 2. We'll show you how it looks when it's done. Thanks for sharing. Talk to you soon.